When I incorporated Scobie Society on June 23, 2020, the pandemic was in full swing and most activities were moving to Zoom. Everything from weddings, book clubs, and game nights to business meetings, sales calls, and conferences. The initial idea around Scobie was to have an index of all those events so you could discover what's happening now and join instantly in a live audio-video shared experience. We called the app Scobie Social. Almost a year later, the app was working well, so I organized a Shared Experience Summit with 11 sessions over the course of 2 weeks. With everyone still in lockdown, there was high demand for a conference exploring the new culture of real-time experiential internet. We had over 30 speakers, including executives, entrepreneurs, coaches, realtors, artists, musicians, therapists, and lawyers who engaged in some fascinating sessions. One theme stood out: how hard it is to cut through the noise and algorithms of search and social and find your audience. In fact, the more powerful the creator, the more challenging the Web 2 hamster wheel. The algorithms rewarded conformity, not creativity. Session 8 was all about origin stories, and we had a breakthrough. Sheila Smiley, who billed herself as a clairvoyant comic, appeared on screen dancing, singing, and delivering an oracle reading for me that cut to the bone. Over the course of over 3 hours, we shared our journeys and birthed the new discipline of metamedia, which interweaves live, real-time shared experiences, recorded audio-video, archetypal depth psychology, and AR and VR to support each sovereign soul on their co-creative quest. She dubbed me Moto the Magical Map Shifter, and Sheila became Starlight the Badass Intuitive. We added some powerful personalities to our cell, such as Pixel the Cosmic Dream, a metaverse artist, and Miko the Superconductor, an actor, mentor, and member of the Latin Kings known for his roles in Euphoria, The Monster, King Jack, Gimme the Loot, and Queen of Glory. We set ourselves on a mission to reveal the secret to the central mystery of civilization: how to get paid for being yourself. This has been a lifelong challenge for me, and it's the primary reason I majored in philosophy at Yale, to crack the code on getting paid for being yourself. While I studied a bit, got a grant from the National Endowment for Humanities, and wrote some cool papers on Spinoza, Pynchon, Derrida, Deleuze, and Joyce, I mostly spent my time writing songs and landing a record deal for my band Senator Flux, which led to international tours and music videos on MTV. Still, the structure of the music industry made it surprisingly hard to get paid. Then, at the wedding of my college roommate in 1993, another college friend handed me a slip of paper with instructions on how to connect to the Moo, a multi-user, object-oriented, text-based VR server located at Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center. I became obsessed. Seeing the internet as the mediator and propagator of all future communications, I founded one of the world's first web development firms, Husky Labs, and delivered a paper at the first international conference on the World Wide Web at the birthplace of the web, CERN Particle Physics Lab, home of Tim Berners-Lee, inventor of the web browser, web server, HTML, and hypertext transfer protocol. I built some of the earliest and most innovative web systems with live streaming media, decentralized security, e-commerce, and virtual reality for the Coca-Cola Company, NPR, CBS, the Vatican, Johns Hopkins University, and many other significant clients. I conducted the very first anonymous cryptographic monetary transaction with David Chaum's DigiCash system, a precursor to cryptocurrency, when I sold a poem for a penny to a friend in cybersecurity at the U.S. Naval Research Labs 8 years before the Bitcoin Genesis block. I wrote one of the first books on the Java programming language, and in 1995 moved out to a small town in West Virginia with the belief that the internet would make it possible to build cool technology businesses anywhere. It wasn't quite that easy, but I have no regrets skipping out on Silicon Valley, Silicon Alley, Austin, and Boston culture to raise 3 free-range children and now a grandson in the woods on the river just upstream from a place we call Mayberry on Acid. I founded a fintech company, Ultraprise, that created a standards body, MISMO, the Mortgage Industry Standards and Measures Organization, for the origination, securitization, and trading of whole loan portfolios, still supported by the major mortgage lenders and technology companies today. In fact, they're still using the same logo we designed in 1998. Then, in 2000, I founded a video game tech company, ButterflyNet, that applied grid computing, a precursor to cloud computing, that made waves in the market for scalable, unbounded, massively multiplayer game worlds. Our tech was offered to game developers for the PS2, and we bought a 3D engine company and rebranded as Gamebryo before we sold to a South Korean publisher and development studio. Then in 2010, I founded a big data geomatics platform that used LiDAR to create instant interactive models of residential and commercial rooftops across the United States to launch the first online solar energy marketplace. And in 2017, I launched a security token platform on the Ethereum blockchain to bring liquidity to the market for financing solar community projects. I was happy to be part of the tech establishment, founding companies, raising capital, and looking for exits, when we suddenly faced a major threat to the rich history, vibrant economy, and precious ecosystem of our Highland Valley. A toxic polluter, Rockwool, supported by crony capitalists and fossil fuel interests, was permitted to build a factory right across the road from an elementary school that would spew hundreds of tons of mercury, benzene, phenol, formaldehyde, PM2.5, and greenhouse gases into the air and water surrounding our homes. The entire community mobilized, speaking out at hearings, filing lawsuits, occupying our senator's office, and blockading the construction site, all to no avail. We were unable to protect the health and well-being of our children. So in December 2017, I flew to Mexico to visit with my friend and mentor, Four Arrows, a hypnotherapist, indigenous worldview scholar, and performance coach to world champion athletes. Over the course of a week, we swam, surfed, and sat in ceremony where the spirits gifted me with social crypto syndication, a protocol for the Solana blockchain, and a vaccine against the hegemonic worldview dominating the discourse of our civilization. To understand social crypto syndication, let's take a step back and look at the history of the web. In Web 1, the developers who built bespoke websites and creators that wrote blogs were cataloged and organized on portals like Yahoo, AOL, MSN, Lycos, Netscape, and Excite, putting them at the mercy of the staff curators who could choose what to present to the eyeballs and who charged exorbitant fees for the prime real estate on the portals. Web 2 promised to lower the barriers of entry for content creators and small businesses with centralized search, shopping, and social. But we found ourselves on the hamster wheel at the mercy of the algorithms, which knew exactly how much each of us and all of our competitors would pay for a lead and always extracted the maximum value. Then Web 3 came along, promising self-sovereignty, community, and creativity. And this time, we will show no mercy to the centralized economies, platforms, and governments that are willing to poison children in exchange for a handful of low-paying, hazardous jobs and lucrative coal and fracked gas supply contracts. Our Web3 offering is social crypto syndication, an open, composable protocol for the Solana blockchain. Blockchains are immutable, trustless, and decentralized. That makes the blockchain the unconscious mind of the internet. The unconscious is simply another word for the body, nature, or the spirit world. Blockchains currently have three major facets. The first to evolve was crypto. In social crypto syndication, crypto is exchanged in the form of semi-fungible social tokens that carry with them the lineage underlying kinship systems. Next came NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. In social crypto syndication, you have action NFTs that determine the economics and royalty share plans in concert with the social tokens each time an action NFT is minted, traded, or used. DAOs are rapidly becoming the most significant force on the blockchain. In social crypto syndication, we have a template for creative DAOs that provide governance within and across projects, bringing together creators and collectors for a long-term, sustainable, stable, and flourishing ecosystem. Social crypto syndication is a layered protocol with tokens supported by collections, which are supported by projects, connected through networks as part of an ecosystem. Scoby, for example, is an ecosystem that can spawn new ecosystems. For Solana platforms such as Snow Crash, Genesis Go, Magic Eden, and OpenSea, or normie platforms like Amazon, Planet Fitness, and Burger King. An ecosystem is simply a platform with heart or a marketplace with soul. Social crypto syndication can humanize even the most rigid and conforming platforms. With social crypto syndication, networks can be formed within and between legacy and newly formed NFT communities. But right now we're going to focus on projects, which align the interests of creators, capitalists, curators, connectors, constructors, and collectors. Projects are the central organizing principle of Scoby. They contain collections, live audio-video experiences, communities, and programs that include many forms of media, from documents to software systems to streaming videos to games. Legacy, OG, and blue chip collections can build projects on Scoby, and Action NFTs can offer unique royalty plans, features like exclusive mints and events that require an invitation from the holder. Action NFTs can include games that are played between holders at no additional cost or by renting the cards from a holder. But we're going to focus on one project in particular, Hellbenders, which was designed to demonstrate the most advanced capabilities of Scoby and social crypto syndication and explore the cutting edge of what's possible on Solana. Hellbenders are actual animals. They're massive salamanders native to Appalachia, the Ozarks, and the Alleghenies. They've thrived for over 150 million years under the same rocks in the same fast-moving waters. Now that their habitat is threatened by coal mining, fracking, logging, industrial development, consumerism, and sprawl, they've formed an outlaw biker gang on Solana to raise hell, earn some bread, and defend their turf. They can vote on stuff like marketing budgets, creator grants, and investments. And they can go live in token-gated sessions exclusively for Hellbenders. These sessions can feature on-chain giveaways, raffles, contests, games, voting, and other events that bring together live events with smart contracts. The host of the giveaway event can lock prizes and set the criteria, such as being present to win or holding an NFT from a particular connection. The smart contract can select a winner, and if they meet the requirements, can release the prizes to their wallet addresses. This part of Scoby is like an on-chain Twitter Spaces with video. In the current iteration, 4 people can be on stage at the same time, with potentially thousands of viewers in the audience. Scoby also features notifications for mints, trades, messages, invitations, events, and follows. And projects can have multiple public or private channels for text-based and audio-video chats that can be open to the public, exclusive to collection holders, or by invitation only. One of the big features is open bags, where you can choose what NFTs to show or hide. On Action NFTs, you can view the networks, royalties, metadata, and trading history right in the app. Because the holder of each Action NFT can earn royalties, and the royalties follow the NFT, the trading is likely to be at a multiple of forward earnings or discounted cash flows, which Scoby will present in-app. The Hellbender's Wallet is the first Action NFT that will be available beyond the free mints currently in the app. The reason we only have free mints right now is that Apple required Apple Pay as an option in iOS and Google Pay on Android. We have a solution, but it's non-trivial with social crypto syndication. Hopefully, by the time you watch this, we'll have minting and trading available in-app. Minting and trading royalties on the Hellbender wallet go predominantly to the scouts who recruit new Hellbenders, with about a third going to the Hellbenders DAO and Scoby for building the ecosystem. With social crypto syndication, we're compliant and interoperable with all Metaplex systems and marketplaces, but we can't use Candy Machine on our mints, which means we had to build the launchpad ourselves from the ground up. Royalties are set by the creator when the collection is deployed. There are 5 available royalty share slots on the Metaplex compliant NFT, and if someone wants to get more complicated, they can include a fan-out wallet or send a royalty stream to the DAO for distribution. In social crypto syndication, the lineage is always maintained. This means Action NFTs and social tokens can be minted directly from the bags of the holder. But more typically, social tokens will be minted and airdropped all in the Scoby app, where you can airdrop to followers, community members, or holders of NFTs in collections you believe will share an interest in your project. We're also building a complete in-app marketplace for both Action NFTs and legacy collections. The Action NFTs can be ranked by royalties, and the prospective buyer can check out the historical royalty streams. Selling an Action NFT can be like selling a business or a franchise. If you build up a royalty stream by minting and sharing social tokens that result in mints, royalties can flow and build for years to come. On the royalty leaderboard, we celebrate the creators and collectors who are building an income stream for themselves while enriching the entire ecosystem. Here's an example. Say I sent a Hellbender social token to my friend Jumbo Jeb, and he mints this gorgeous creature for 8 Sol. With his Hellbender's Action NFT, he can mint as many social tokens as he wants. When Jeb airdrops them far and wide, one lands in the wallet of Crass Kitty, who mints herself a Hellbender. When she does, 15%, or 1.2 Sol, goes to Jumbo Jeb as the scout who recruited her. Crass Kitty then sends them to some friends, and one finds its way to Nam, who also mints a Hellbender. When he does, 15% goes to Crass Kitty this time as the first generation, or Gen 1 scout, and 5%, or 0.4 Sol, goes to Jumbo Jeb as the Gen 2 scout, the Hellbender who scouted Crass Kitty. Then Nam mints a social token and sends it to Fwaz, who mints his Hellbender. When he does, Nam gets the 15% Gen 1 scout royalty, Crass Kitty gets the 5% Gen 2, and Jumbo Jeb receives 2% as the Gen 3 scout. None of the scouts even need to know that Fwaz minted, and the royalties just appear in their wallet. But wait, there's more. What about trades? Let's say Nam decides to sell his Hellbender, and Hodl Solana picks it up for 100 Sol. Since Nam is quite the connector and all future royalties will flow to the NFT holder, that's probably a bargain. Nam's not going to take home the full amount. 5 Sol will go to Crass Kitty and 2 Sol to Jumbo Jeb. They earn royalties every time that Soulbender trades. Not only that, Fwaz can mint and share social tokens from a wide variety of projects and networks, and a share of future royalties will flow to Hodl Solana rather than Nam, for as long as Hodl holds the Hellbender, even though Nam made the initial connection. All royalty streams are based on the holder of an Action NFT, not a fixed wallet address. Meanwhile, Jumbo Jeb has been sharing social tokens like crazy and is receiving a nice passive income stream to his wallet for his Hellbender's spawn far into the future. To round out the royalties, Scoby as the ecosystem receives 3% of the minting price and 1% of the trades, and the creator royalties go to Hellbender's DAO, which in this case receives 75% of the mint and 7% of the trades. In social crypto syndication, creative DAOs have 4 distinct levels based on the NFTs held. Holders of the Hellbender's wallet are members of the collective, which pays out 65% of the royalties to scouts and only 32% to the DAO. Wallet holders vote on which creators and projects to promote, as well as other questions. The Hellbender's Cooperative is organized under the laws of Delaware, which allows for profit distributions to creators, connectors, curators, constructors, and collectors based on their contributions to the co-op. Every member can vote on creator grants, profit share, and other benefits of the co-op. We plan for the co-op to even offer health insurance to creators who want to go full-time into Web3. Hellbender's Corporate is an LLC that plans to issue 2,000 Angel NFTs to investors under the SEC's regulation crowdfunding rules. NFT holders will have the right to vote on budgets, investments, profit distributions, and other matters. And the Hellbenders Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization with a board of directors. The foundation will serve as a pass-through entity or umbrella organization, allowing creators to direct a share of royalties to the causes, charities, and programs of their choice. The business of Hellbenders is metamedia, a new form of token-gated, co-creative, and censorship-resistant media enterprise. We'll be developing streaming services for our members, and for our members to distribute outside the DAO in return for a royalty share of the viewers they attract. We'll sponsor live music events and festivals, as well as recordings and tours, and we'll produce AR and VR games. We're looking to launch the first early next year on the Solana Saga Android phone. Hellbenders can appear as their character and earn royalties for contributing to the game. There are 2 primary guidelines. The first is be real, and the second, bend it till it breaks. Hellbender's DAO or Die is more than a video series, music promoter, or video game. With metamedia, the game is ever present and integrated with many different experiences, online and offline. In the game, players will encounter the authority guides, including government, religion, media, the academy, the economy, corporations, as well as family and other tribes. On the other end is the clarity guides, drawing you forward into health, wealth, wisdom, love, life, freedom, beauty, and joy. The journey from obedience to outside authorities into clarity and self-authorship will involve facing the challenges of domination, manipulation, coercion, oppression, exploitation, and subjugation. To lighten your journey, you'll find the celestial guides. The solar guide is rational and hierarchical. The lunar is empathetic and intuitive. And the stellar guide manifests complementarity, versatility, and emotional agility. There are 7 steps the player will repeat in a wide range of circumstances. Step 1 is collect, beginning with the Hellbender's wallet. Step 2 is connect through the social tokens. 3, collaborate by forming a cell, as I'm doing with Miko, Starlight, and Pixel. Bend it till it breaks. Step 4, curate. Our voyage through New York introduced us to some amazing artists, writers, musicians, and creators, such as actor and photographer Luana, whose work is shown here. Step 5 is commit. Exchange USD for Sol and Sol for Action NFTs and social tokens. Expand your network to increase your net worth. Step 6, create. This is Nat Jones, the creative genius behind Hellbenders. And here's Rob Wetzel, whose technical brilliance will bring Hellbenders to life. This brings us to the all-important 7th step, celebrate. I certainly hope you'll join us for the ride of a lifetime. And of course, you can find us all on Scoby.